It is time.
Create new world.
2026
Foxtrap's
is
world.
almost
Loaded.
here, so
Starting
we
world.
are streaming multiple games
Player
in
view.
celebration.
Press wireless controller right button to
So,
open chat.
I'm waiting for this thing to shut up.
Press or hold wireless controller left button to emote.
Okay, it's done. So I did a few things here on Minecraft. I built a little thing to keep the rain off my ghast, because why not? I can. I cleared this space out right here, and I made this a little bit more extended, the staircase wall, but I did a few more things here. If we go in here, close the door. By the way, I hope you all are having a happy New Year celebration, a good New Year celebration. Fireworks are going off like crazy outside my house, so there's that. But we have done a few stuff here in the main base area. So if we go this way and then this way, we have a new room right here. I just made this new room. And then I should have made another room up here. Yep, I did. There's this whole new room right here. So tons of space to do stuff right here. And then if I go over here, I should. Yep, we have a pool room now. I did this off camera with my friend. Well, not in game. He wasn't in game, but you get the point. There's this room now. And there is this room now. We built this room. And then if we go over here, there are two new rooms over here. We have this room, and we have this room. I don't know if you can hear it, but that was a big firework. That was really big. So we have pretty much all of that. What I wanted to do is add more rooms, of course. Because why not? I want this place to be huge. And then we are going to work a little bit on the map for my new game that I'm making. If you all don't know, I am making a new FNAF fan game called Facility 04. It is basically FNAF, but more messed up. And I don't know if Scott will approve. If somebody big could tell me if Scott approves of this messed up fan game I'm making. It's not that messed up, but human experimentation is pretty messed up on its own. So let us see. I want there to be another room here. So basically, the game is going to have two modes. There's going to be story mode and survival mode. And I have to think while I do this. Survival mode, you're going to have to survive with all 16 experiments. Yes, there are 16 experiments you're going to have to survive. There are seven nights in survival mode. And you're going to have to survive all 16 characters. So for the characters, there is Rot, longer name Rot Fazenkortadani. I made it pronounceable, and it means absolutely nothing. There's Foxtrap, of course. There's Mainframe. There's Weaver. There's Amalgamation. Amalgamation is basically... I should describe all these characters. So Foxtrap. You already know who Foxtrap is. Mainframe. Mainframe is a glitched entity, and if he touches you or you touch him, you end up a pixelated mess. He is half human, half glitch. So he's based off of Twisted Wolf and Ambush from Doors. Now, Rot. Rot is based off of both Venom and Slenderman. No, she is not based off of that one fallen angel. Uh, but she does have high. What's the word? She does look a lot like Venom. I am toning that down a bit. And then we have Weaver. Weaver is based off of a orb weaver spider. And I should mention how to ward off these characters. For Weaver, you have to use a flashlight to ward her off. Just like a camel spider, she has camel spider weaknesses. So if you don't know what a camel spider is, it is a spider that lives in the desert, and it does scream and chase after you, basically. And when the only reason it chases after you is to get to your shadow because it hates the sun. So Weaver is based off of a camel spider and an orb weaver spider. And then there is Amalgamation. Amalgamation is basically Ennard, but just absolute clown. So if you thought Ennard already looked like a clown, Amalgamation looks even more like a clown. And I should do an audio check. And let me see. Hopefully YouTube doesn't copyright me for that. It was just 1 second of a song. I was like, oh crap. Okay, audio is good. Hopefully YouTube doesn't copyright me for that. It was like 1 second of a song. If YouTube copyrights me for this, I am going to be so angry. Okay, where was I? Amalgamation. Amalgamation is a clown-like character, so he's basically Ennard, but more like a clown. Basically, he collects bones. So the characteristics of my character, Amalgamation, he collects bones mainly to feel more human, since he is not human anymore. He is basically remnant inside of a children's clown animatronic. Next character in my fan game is Dr. Corvus. He was a children's doctor in the facility, and he would take care of the children if they ever got ill. Now, this is where some lore gets into place. The main bad guy of the game, Dr. W.A., I bet you can already figure out who that is. He infused, and I don't know if I can say this. I'm going to say it anyway. He infused the avian flu with the doctor's DNA, and then that just straight up mutated him into a hybrid, half-human, half-bird, crow creature. And now he looks absolutely horrendous. Drawing on him in January. And who else is there? Oh yeah, Mangle. Or Sonar. So Sonar Mangle is a 9'8" animatronic entity. Hello. Sonar Mangle is a 9'8" animatronic. She uses sonar system to locate people because she is blind. She is based off of the bat-eared fox, and of course, sonar systems. She uses Morse code to communicate, so she does not have a voice or a voice actor. And she is pretty slow due to her massive size. And that is pretty much it on Sonar Mangle. And then there is... Who else is there? Slasher. So Slasher is a marionette-like entity. He has classified... he has fingers made out of classified metal. So basically, imagine adamantium and vibranium, but sharper. That is basically what his fingers are made out of. He is passive, so he doesn't attack you, he'd rather indulge in conversation. But basically, uh, Slasher is based off of the Marionette and Freddy Krueger. And he does wear a cloak. Next up is. Did I go over everyone? I'm blanking out. Split. This one's interesting. So, Split, aka the twins, Split is made up of two humans. So, there is Connor and, well, Connor. Spelled Connar and Conner for reasons. Split will have one voice actor. The twins, they usually fight nonstop over who gets to eliminate their target, but Split takes an appearance of a red humanoid creature, but with a face where a face is supposed to be, and then a face on his bottom jaw, which is why he's called Split. And when I say they fight, they literally scream at each other. So, and then that is pretty much it. So, let us go over. Well, there is one more character I will go into a little depth into. His name is Redacted. I can't say much about him because he is a big character of the plot. Redacted is a 12'9" pitch black entity. And when I say 12'9", I mean it. He is huge. So he can erase all existence, mainly because he is the most powerful entity that will be in the game. But that's all I'm going to say about him. Secret characters. There is Hotwire. So Hotwire is female, and she is made up of an amalgamation of wires, and she is able to shoot sparks out of her wires that is very flammable and will cause uncontrollable fires. She is a secret character, and she's just there. Now, a scrapped character I did have to scrap, Kaiju. Kaiju was a over 1,000-foot deep water entity. The reason I scrapped him is pretty obvious. I don't want to put stress on the game developer, animator, because, you know,
Iron net door.
an 1,000-foot deep water entity would be a nightmare to render. And then there was another character that I had to scrap. I'm not going to say much about him, but his name was the Disease. He was supposed to be a cure for a certain sickness, but ended up being the complete opposite. And I felt like that would give very negative vibes about my game, so I just scrapped him entirely. And then, what else is there? There is the Antion. The Antion, just imagine Nightmare-ion, but not Nightmare-ion, and it looks more horrific. Next up, there is him. Now, him is basically WA, but stuck in a purgatory realm
Iron white
that
concrete.
FOXTRAP put him into. I should mention FOXTRAP is basically a god in the game. Also, I should also mention FOXTRAP and Redacted are not going to be in survival mode, so you can all stop sweating right now. Yeah. For the survival mode, there is going to be 4 endings. So there's going to be good, bad, true, and there is going to be past. If you don't know what past means, it means like you learning the truth about the past of the facility. That's basically what I can say. And then a little bit of lore about Rot herself. I'm going to try and rephrase this as best as I can. Basically, obviously, they're all experiments. We just finished the room, by the way. All of the characters are experiments. So Rot was one of the most horrific experiments. She was used to get a reaction out of FOXTRAP, which worked, because FOXTRAP witnessed every single experimentation, I should mention, but he has been dormant through all of those experimentations, which means he was not showing a reaction. So Rot, being FOXTRAP's past best friend, they brought her in, just experimented on her until she mutated, and then that just made FOXTRAP explode, and then he just, wiped out the whole facility. That was a big firework outside. So basically, this game is going to be very messed up, and I wouldn't be surprised if it got taken down by Scott himself. But one of the endings will be heartwarming. One. And I should mention there's going to be 7 endings for story mode. Let's get into story mode. Story mode is going to be huge. Hello? Can I say your real name? Can I say your real name, good sir? By the way, that guy in my chat, Xenowolf Gaming, is the voice actor for Slasher. Yeah, Nick. Okay. What's up, Nick? He is the voice actor for Slasher. So, I've already gotten a majority of voice actors. The only voice actor I do not have for a character is Weaver. So Weaver does not have a voice actor yet. I am still trying to cast her. I should also mention Weaver and Rot are sisters biologically. That I should mention. So story mode. Story mode is basically like Security Breach, or Poppy Playtime, as you would say. So I'm blanking out already. So Poppy Playtime and Security Breach. So you can already deduce that the location of the game is going to be absolutely massive. And I can't think. The narrative of the story is you have to find cures for all of the characters. So you have to find a cure for, yes, a very dark version of Poppy Playtime. It is going to be so horrendous. Scott might even just delete the game. But I had to tone a few things down for the game. Like, there was one storyline that I had to just straight up delete because it was just so horrendous that it would not make it into the game. But, and I'm not going to go over that storyline because that was like so messed up and I should have made that storyline. But it's going to be kind of like Dispatch. So it's going to have like the story of Dispatch a little bit. Not like the exact story. But, it's going to have animation like Dispatch. You're going to pick and choose what to do, and that will lead you to one of these 7 endings. Which, I'm looking forward to you all playing the game. I don't know when the game will come out yet, but it'll probably come out next year. Let's make a room here. Not next year as in 2026, I mean 2027. And who else should we go over? Oh, I forgot one secret character. Early 2027? You want it to be that? Fine. Early 2027. That's when Facility 04 is coming out. Uh, let's see. Only the survival mode though. Survival mode is the first one that's coming out. And then story mode will be coming out probably 3 years later. Yeah. So where was I? I am so forgetful. Oh yeah, another secret character. So another secret character is the bear. So imagine Funtime Freddy, but he is skinnier, taller, sharper teeth, uh, more inward, pitch black eyes. Like he basically does not have eyes, and he just has like a very creepy smile. But yeah, that is one of the characters. Let me see. That would be a good place to put it. Yes, story mode will take a lot longer. Story mode will be like very, very long. I believe story mode will be at least 2 or 3 hours long of gameplay due to the facility being massive. Just to summarize what uh, the survival mode is like. So, if you guys are confused, survival mode is a game made by FoxTrap. So, not me, the character. So, the character FoxTrap made a simulation just to entertain because he is very self aware. And he can break the fourth wall easily because he is just that guy. Foxtrap made a simulation to entertain the player, almost like Joy of the Creation. So Foxtrap made a simulation to entertain the player while the creators work on story mode. Story mode being like Poppy Playtime and blah blah blah. But, Foxtrap is not going to be in survival mode because he is just too overpowered and he would instantly wipe you. So it would be like highly impossible to defeat the game. Even if you were able to defeat Foxtrap in survival mode, you would not be able to defeat Redacted. Because, let's just get this straight. So there's Alien X. Alien X can do whatever the hell he wants. Because he is just that one Ben 10 character. By the way, Ben 10 is 20 years old now. I should mention that. So he is basically Alien X, but worse. So Redacted is like 1,000,000 times worse than Alien X. So you would have to beat that. But fortunately, I am merciful enough to not let you guys go through that hell. But there will be a Foxtrap boss fight in the story mode, so have fun. It is the equivalent of 50-20 mode, but on absolute steroids. When we're finished with this one room, I will go on to Power Wash. Probably. I'll actually do a tour of the place first, and then I'll go on to Power Wash. Because we're doing a multi-stream. Who knows, some people might join VC. I don't know. I'm not doing a VC right now, but I'll probably do one later.
Water buck ladder netherite sword. White concrete.
But yeah, Facility 04 coming early 2027. So be ready, because this game is going to be a nightmare. Well, it's not going to be a nightmare, but it's going to give you nightmares. I should mention the voice actors. So Nick, Xenowolf Gaming, is the voice actor of Slasher. Tyrone Plays Games is the voice actor of Amalgamation and Dr. Corvus. And then Unknown Bozo is the voice actor of Rot. My friend Devin is the voice of Mainframe. I am the voice of Foxtrap and Redacted. And then Mangle has no voice. She's just like, Morse code. That should be... Nope, wrong one. There we go, 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 there we go. Okay, now it is dark in here.
Glowstone.
So deep concentration with this. Actually, I have to turn my fan on because it's starting to get hot in the room. As for next year, what I will be doing for next year, I don't know. I don't know what's in store for next year. But a few of the things I will be doing is a 22nd birthday stream marathon. So I'll be streaming a lot of games on my 22nd birthday. And then there will be a podcast next year. We had to delay the podcast this year because I'm not going to get into it, what happened. But, so podcast in January and birthday stream on September 17th, 2026. And then, who knows, Halloween Horror Nights might come up again with FNAF. Sup, David? Yep, Happy New Year to you, even though that's like 7:53. So, we are going to be playing a lot of other games. Just so you know, we are playing Power Wash Simulator. Okay. So we're going to be playing Power Wash Simulator. We're going to be playing some Roblox. Even though I dislike the company for reasons. We might play some Sims. I have the Sims 4 downloaded on here, so I'll be probably playing that. So first, Power Wash, Roblox, then The Sims. There's another game I have. I will not be playing it. It's called My Hero Ultra Rumble. Alright. And yeah, that's fine. Then I'll do Roblox first. Then I'll do Power Wash. Then I'll do The Sims. What else do I have? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I completely blanked. I have Skate, but the last time I played Skate, I got copyrighted, so I won't be playing that. Da, 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 da. And after this room, we're doing a little tour. For people who don't know the ups and downs of this labyrinth, and nothing more, endless circles of fear, cries of children that seem so near, out of reach, you will never find them. I'm just reciting the whole labyrinth song. Okay. Oh dear. That's a problem. Here, why don't... Okay, that's a problem. There we go. So I have to fix that.
Glowstone. White concrete.
There we go. And... let's make a ladder here.
Iron net ladder. Netherite. Iron white concrete. Iron net ladder.
And... well, I messed it up, but whatever. Okay, I can't do that. Ugh. Yep, that's better. Okay,
Water
let's do a
empty.
tour. So we have this room, and then we have this room. We have this huge area right here. Now, if we go down this way, we have what's going to be the kitchen. We go over here, we have this room, and then we have this room right here. Make sure to take notes. We have this room, and if we go over here, we have this huge room, and if we go over here, we have this bedroom right here. Now, if we go over here, we have a hallway right here that goes into this room. Now, if we go over here, we have this room. If we go over here, we have the storage room. And if we go over here, we have this room right here. We have a pool right here. Cave pool. This was just a last minute thing. I haven't polished it at all. We have this bedroom right here. We have this room right here. We have, if we go up here, we have this room right here. And if we go over here, we have this huge room right here. And if we go over here, we have this room right here. And then let's go back over here. That should be it for this labyrinth. This door is maintenance. This door is to get to the outside of all of this. Now if we go over here, we have this room. That's not all. This is an observatory, so we get to see outside. If we go over here, we got this room right here. We go up here. So this is the third story. You get to see more outside. Second story. And first story. Now, let's go outside where we can finish all this off and go to the next game. This is the outside world. This is Casper. Just got him yesterday. This is his little shelter. And we have another portal right here. We have what's going to be a doghouse right here. Stairway. Stairway. And we have this dog annihilating a sheep. And then here's the outside of the observatory. That's pretty much it. So I will be pausing and I will be going on to the next game, which I can do right